I'd like to take a few minutes to show you how to change the keyboard on a DRB III scan tool. I had a couple people ask me how to do this. They bought the pad from me. It's this part, and they want to know how to change it. Here's how you get one of these DRB IIIs apart so you can service the keypad. Please bear with my crappy video quality. But lay down a blanket because we've got to turn the tool over. This tool's messed up, but you don't want to screw up your tool. So put a towel down. You want to remove the card, and then you need to remove the PEP module. A lot of people like to stick tools down in this gap. You don't need to do that. All you need to do, press firmly down. Don't break the tool, but just press firmly down and forward. And the PEP module slides off. Sometimes they're difficult, but they usually come right off. There's 6 screws that hold the tool together. 2, 2, and 2. So you take those out. I'm going to use a power tool, but you just got to be careful. And there's 2 different lengths of tool, screw in these. Short, and then these are all the same length. And they stay captive in the rear housing, so you got to kind of unscrew them from the top and then unscrew them from the bottom also. That one came out. So did that one, but these ones are stuck. That one came out. And then this one. This tool happens to be missing a screw. I'll take care of that later. Something you want to be very cautious of. Where are we at here? I don't know if you could see down in here. There's like a 100-pin connector. It's an important connector. Don't screw it up. Don't let anything get down in there, bend them terminals, or this tool will probably never work right again. So now you got the 6 screws out. What you need to do, there's a very tight fit. Where am I at here? There's a very tight fit around here. This part is the cover. This part is part of the main tool. So what I normally do, I put my finger in here, I put my thumb against this upper ledge, and I pry like that. And you see how that tool just came right apart? If you start sticking tools in and stuff, you just mess this tool all up. This is all you have to do, is just get this top apart, and then the rest of the tool will separate. Now there's 3 cables you need to worry about in this thing. Okay, we're looking at it this way. See, I got this camera in a bad spot, so sorry about my shitty video quality. But there is a cable. Let me get my pointer here so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, on the left side of the tool by the filter, there's a white connector right here. That's for the fan. And on the exact opposite side of the tool, there are 2 connectors. There's a white connector here for the video display, and then there's a ribbon cable here for the video display. And you can barely see it, but that's what's holding the lid on. There's also a 4th connector for the keypad, but we're not so much worried about that. We don't want to screw up these cables for the fan or the video. So here's how I go about this. I'm going to take apart the other side first so you can get a better view of what I'm doing. But these things have a little locking mechanism on the back side. Yeah, this can't see in this video. Here. Now you can see. There's a locking mechanism on the back. So I take a hook tool like this. Just reach down in the back, unlock it, and pry it, and it lifts right off. If you pull on the wires, you'll break something guaranteed. You can't pull on the wires. You have to unlock it. There's a little wedge there, and there's a little tooth on the back of this connector. I don't know if you can see that. Probably out of focus. So you have to unlock it. And then I'm going to do the same thing. Well, I guess at this point, you can gently pull the ribbon cable loose. Pull it straight off. Don't pull it off at an angle or you screw up the connector on the motherboard. And then this last connector is a horrid bitch, because it's tied up against the connector for the video cable. So you got to get down in there, and it actually kind of moves the socket a little bit. But that's how you got to do it. You get it going and then pull it up off of there. Just like that. If you work any harder than that, you're doing something wrong. Stop. You're going to break something, guaranteed. And ask me how I know that, because I have. And it sucks when you do. Okay, so now that you got that, you still have this cable from the keypad to the motherboard. And there's a quick release connector for it also. Push it down and wiggle the connector up. Now you're free. No forcing, no drama. Just take your time. Don't break anything. So now, I'm not going to change this keypad, but I'll show you on this old unit how to get the keypad off. What I normally do, I either use a razor blade or, let me get a razor blade here. Just get a razor blade down into a corner. Can you see me? No, you can't see me. I'm off the screen. Sorry. Get a razor blade down in there and just pick up a corner. Don't mar the corner of the screen or it'll look like some hack was working on your tool. Get the corner lifted up, and then once you do, it just peels right off. It's just a big giant bumper sticker. And then there's a relief cut into it. What I normally do, I'll go around, clean it all up, because they always look like shit underneath. Clean it all up. And then the new keypad has a decal. It is a decal. It has a peel backing. Okay, so you peel it, and a lot of times there's a small piece of backing that stays under there. You want to peel that also. And my best advice to you, I don't want to screw this new keypad up. Let me wipe this off real quick. I'm not going to stick this one on. Actually, I could probably show you with the old one. We could say that this is your new keypad with the backing all peeled away. What you do, get this started down through here. You get one shot with the new keypad. So you want to, maybe even practice a couple times with the backing on. But I pull this through, and then you set one edge down. And what you want to make sure of is you don't want to have it out of the box this way or this way. So you kind of get this edge started, and then you just lay it down. Just like that. Hope that was on the video. And then it's good to go. Word of warning about these: when you get this new keypad with it off of the tool, don't sit there pushing the buttons to see what they feel like. You will screw them up. They are not designed to be pushed off of the backing. So that's all there is to it. And then putting this thing back together, here's what you got to do. First thing, am I in the video? Okay. plug your keypad in. I can't overemphasize, be careful putting all these connectors back in. The resolution on these terminals is ridiculously small, even for a 25-year-old tool. Okay, so plug the keypad in, flip this around. We're still in the video. Plug your backlight connector. They just plug in that easy. The video cable, this is a bitch. Turn this around so you can see what I'm doing on the video. Alright. What you got to do is get this thing to stand straight up and go straight down in. Because otherwise you'll screw up the socket on the motherboard for the video cable. So just kind of take your time, push it in, and I mean it goes together just that easy when you're doing it right. If you're working too hard, you're doing something wrong. So I could say with that. Now originally this cable was like, way too long. So what they do is they actually kind of fish it up underneath it as daughter cord. Am I still on the video? Yeah. Alright. Something like okay, so and then that kind of takes some of the length away. You don't want to pinch this cable when you put this all together. And then you plug the fan in. These only go one way, so if they don't go right in, just that easy, you're doing something wrong. That's all. Just step back and take a look. And then this is a trick part here. I should have showed you this. Where's the other one? There's a groove. Can you see it? Where am I at here? There's a groove that goes around here. And that has to dovetail onto this plastic riser here. Can't see what I'm pointing at. Right around here. So this is a tight fit going on. I don't know if you can see that. Let me see where I'm at here. And then it just slides right together. Boom. You're done. Put your 6 screws back in. Longs, shorts. These ones break really easy. The housing will break, so you don't have to reef on any of these screws. You're screwing into plastic. Just fingertip and you're good. And then put your PET module back on. It can't hurt. Take a little dish of alcohol and a soft toothbrush. Scrub this out. Let it dry. Don't flood the whole tool. Just clean that up. Same deal here. This socket, clean it up. I see a lot of tool failures because of that. This is a memory module. So the software during boot up looks to here. This is a super important piece. And the communication with the tool goes through there. Any glitch, the whole tool glitches. So just make sure you do that. Let it dry very, very thoroughly. Then you put your PET module on. It's a dovetail again. It slides down these rails. There's like a tongue and groove. It should slide right on. Just that easy. Snap. If it doesn't go on that easy, you're doing something wrong. Stop. Don't break anything. These case parts are impossible. Everything for these is impossible to get. Don't break anything. I have some parts available, but don't break it. That's all there is to it. If you have any questions, ring me. I'll be happy to try and help you out.